Oh, still need to go through last quarter's financial report. What a headache.
Turn that frown upside down. Time to relax. Turn that frown upside down.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. Sweet.
You're well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the Moon Goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me, I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all, but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers after all. One look and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret intel.
Alright, listen up everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. What's the matter?
Verfnir, Vrindaughter, Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancée of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contained some of Thelindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Thelindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Thelindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though, were these pure-blood Conorians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conorian... Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain!
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right, then. Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the Wild Hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people live...
I'll head back to the Curatorium and...
Feels good knowing, given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flints, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
Alright then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now. Stay safe, everyone. Dismiss.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. Summarized, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how... I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Anefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flints?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flints' intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Nodcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flints, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Nodcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. Anefa and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal is a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Time to relax.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds' flames.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me. Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the Jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, for instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the Abyss to prolong. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the Abyss. You all understand the nature of the Abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug-of-war.
So,
anyway...
does that mean that the Conrians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the Abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody, correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are, so with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Paranhary, also known as Leobranto Innamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it all in the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world?
The Crimson Moon Sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves?
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it!
I sense a sinister gloom and I feel that I'm...
Turn that frown upside down.
Whatever you do, don't run off without her!
Merciless.
By the way, Columbina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Time to relax.
Laid bare.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Merciless. Another star goes out. Transfixed.
Neutralize. Next customer.
Fearless. Overruled.
Let's go, Tomato.
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no way we'll be able to reach it!
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see... Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water! Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out! Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues. Look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret?
Thelindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands.
I hope this isn't rude. Thelindis? Is that Rere's girl? Oh yeah!
The Abyss has made... Maybe that's...
Whenever I see this view, waning moon. For me,
Tomato.
Extract! Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Laid bare.
See. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking... If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
Fearless.
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Revier, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since, if only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Reflection is back to normal. Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's...
Merciless.
These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow!
Transfixed!
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, but we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. If we can purify the abyssal power within, it's so cold. Is it you? Are you here?
Huh?
Are you at long last? I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed. I'm sorry. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us? All that time, you look so... But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before.
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon, for a fading soul.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? Alright, time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. Let's go!
left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
Give it back! The Crimson Moons! My marrow! My heart! Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise. What are you waiting for?
We made it! Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina! Are you...
I'm fine.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a...
It's still just one more ray of moonlight. It's okay. I can take it.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The ray here of Solnari and his wild hunt must be sent back.
When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the frog.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Revier.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina, they're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rerir, give it some thought. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone. I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to...
It was a close call, but we got the Iridescent Moon's Marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing. Oh, do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly. Oh, hey look! David, Flintz, Llama!
All is well, thank you. Nephra,
I ran into Miss...
you seem rather...
I certainly am. I achieved... Fighting alone can get quite...
We meet again. How have you been?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make.
These two courageous, and given how
So? Who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words,
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way...
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment.
Wow! You're such a...
Personally, when people call...
You're absolutely...
Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it...
Judging from your expression...
It's getting crowded here.
No need.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting Sandrone.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the...
I understand.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left.
Are you saying we're about...
As a matter of fact... I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else...
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Teyvat's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more...
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're...
Let's hear what he has.
Note to self.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually...
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I...
As the saying goes, though,
After all this
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her so...
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets, under such circumstances.
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You...
All right then.
Impressive. She barely...
As I'm sure, Miss Laumo.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like...
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down. Truth be told...
You're not alone there, my... Itlua is a good at...
Come on.
Sorry.
Let's just keep this between...
That goes without...
Anyone else in the know?
It's dangerous being too sharp.
Then, in the name of... Of course.
Is there something you'd like to say?
Yeah!
If you think...
You do have a... Oh, yeah!
Sure.
Great! And in return...
If that's what you had...
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Indeed.
You're both awfully quiet.
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your...
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever styles...
Very well.
You can replicate any...
I can try.
Thank you.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to
Huh. So much for...
Shh! Not so loud!
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert.
Anyway, first up, we have Miss Lauma. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background. Assisted over here, we have Mr. Flints, a Ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last for those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the...
Wow! That's a lot of people!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you...
You think I have...
That would be me, Miss Nefer.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth.
Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Khaenri'ah. As I'm sure you're aware, the Raker of Solnari's real name is Rerir.
Really? Then you must have been quite an
You flatter me, but none—
So you're both from Khaenri'ah, and it sounds like you used to be friends.
I'll tell you everything. I have never spoken openly of this before. The Visionary, Gold, and last of the 5. Rerir is the only—
In other words?
That's right.
You mentioned how the—
Strangely, the fateful night took place when I came to hear of this. My few centuries on, but then...
So?
I cannot— Uncovering the—
Sounds pretty good to me.
Can I borrow—
Hey, enough with the—
Relax.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Miss—
Before that...
Now that we've united the hearts of the—
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Teyvat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet, even so,
Kuthar.
Defeating the Raker of Solnar.
Naturally.
We've considered several... Is it even possible, given Albedo's expertise in alchemy?
Understood.
As for the other 2...
So you're placing all... You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like...
Lady.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer.
Oh?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing—
Look at them get—
And I'm the one.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't—
Is that right?
Anyway, Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk.
This whole experience... Why?
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my... We spoke at some length...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. That's one way to put... All right. The reason think of this as a diving expedition into someone's once the ceremony... Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised...
Well?
There's a little more. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I
second that.
So...
Good.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secret.
But surely you're not...
If you think that. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into
Well...
You're...
All right.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard set, according to Danes. Is this where you keep your...
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, Female, neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection. Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized and... Filed. Male, 11. Neutralized and... Male.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
It all adds up.
Mr. Vedifalnir? It's been quite some time since we...
Revier.
Tell me.
It is indeed with...
I was just thinking.
That isn't a... Ever since that day...
Does it feel...
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. You fear my sight.
That's...
The burden of
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies?
Or rather...
You're closer to it.
You say that as...
You are so... wise and
You make a... Let me offer you some advice. For many reasons.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis?
Wait. Hear me out. His name is Rerir.
What?
A cruel irony, isn't it?
Why?
Simple. I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You too were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled into the dust.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty...
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secret? The Vinster King. If you can't bring yourself to do it...
The Rehyr of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? Love should be built on honesty. Is it really so wrong? Vedifalnir must... But I won't just sit by and... No matter who I have to face.
Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten.
But surely you can see he's not the man he... We're not going to survive this, are we? But... Thelindis! Are you...
Sorry, Freyther. My mind would... I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rerir said. He's just following the King's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of... Truth be told, apart from my...
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king? No one.
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never met.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do...
I won't speak in his defense. Nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself...
You call that change?
But...
I've got a job, and there's still...
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like...
Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle, then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk, and the prey won't sense a thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open and above board, though. The king happens to be you right now. What if he doesn't?
That won't happen.
James, ever since you showed me the spell of that power, we only had you take out a handful of the guilty.
The ones I dealt with have always been guilty, and I've carried out my work flawlessly.
It all adds up. No more lies.
You know why was it because you didn't something
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog?
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers.
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chances are he's already dead.
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me.
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for us. You take care too. If you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, all subjects of observation. No progress whatsoever. Things are getting worse by the day. But if all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me? No.
It all adds up.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Wait. Thalindis? No. No. Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully What a fool. Irminsul. Finster King! Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here is dead? No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
No more lies. It all adds up.
You're really letting...
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will... But... If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission.
Good point.
No, please! I just want to see the outside world again. To...
Go on living?
Yes. I know...
If I let you leave, what will become of me? But remember...
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vedifalnir. He won't tell me how to... Tell me then! What will this moment of opportunity look like? And... no answer. He's like...
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was the king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of... And it looks like this... It almost defies belief that a couple... And why does Vedifalnir, Dainslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? This guy kept more secrets than I ever imagined. The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time, building up a picture of his psyche. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning. But once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has really been hiding.
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge?
You might ask your blade, but the word on the...
If this is your way of offering me...
Oh, we can
Robtatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, please. Cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter.
Well, the universe... You're president of the... Vice President Veed.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, of course. And as for Efterveet, in missing out on the presidency...
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes,
You're clearly a person of substance.
It's my brother.
Vedafulnir. Does this mean that...
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what I simply appease him. Because it's in the best interests of the universe.
And also because you're slimy.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedafulnir, I assume.
Correct. That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
You've been planning this for a while, huh?
I have no desire to commit treason. But my blade will force...
So, Vedafulnir's prophecy enraged the king. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now... You have noble...
A letter of the chances of the... This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking another mystery?
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, research dating... However, an enormous amount of power is then required to make matters work. This is not a wise move. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the Gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly... This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis, did you...
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back You never saw him.
What if he finds out that you pried into his secret?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal guy who happens to run some errands for the king.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
A red moon? You mean... our moon?
That's right. Our moon.
I promise, Thelindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please!
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Khaenri'ah.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatyr and Rheindater will disarm the security measures. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
This place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Clearly, the king doesn't allow his prisoners a single shred of... Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedifalnir. Surprised? Oh.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blind.
I'm curious.
It wasn't a prophecy. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions.
But he didn't listen. Dane asked for my...
I do want...
Forgive my curtness. You can't have wisdom. There are things the king...
He wasn't entirely wrong.
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go...
I sense hatred, but this is not the end. There are many... Is that a dagger?
With your abilities, I don't...
Of course not. You mean your future?
Yes. I can't abandon...
In matters of fate, that is the cruel...
That can't be true. I know it's your voice. You show me disaster, but...
My voice? It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedifalnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd discovered some monumental secret.
Very well then. My advice, for as long as you live, your story with Thelindis, it is up...
I will.
Thank you for setting me free.
Just then.
If I were you...
The Universitas...
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon.
Whatever Vedifalnir said. Monsters? Is this Rheindater's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
Witness my rise. No more lies. Can't hide the truth. No more lies. The deception ends here.
The Universitas. That reminds me of a rumor allegedly the king installed. But if they were ever
Help! Help! Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you! Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. What other means does the king... And given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over...
Time to relax. Turn that frown upside down.
Extract! This'll brighten up the place!
Paradigm shift. Merciless. Sweet dreams. Can't hide the truth. Seek within.
Reconstitute! A little ambiance.
Time to relax. Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare. Cast your worries to the wind. Darkness closing. No more lies. The deception ends here. Another star goes out.
Neutralize!
Transfixed.
Russian floral!
Witness my rise. Overrule.
Reconstitute!
This shall not be my merciless. Paradigm shift. Seek within.
Can't hide the truth.
A little ambiance. Neutralize. Fearless.
No more lies.
Reconstitute.
The mystery unravels.
Fresh and floral. Fearless.
Another star goes out!
Power. Keep going. Neutralize! Yeah. A little ambiance.
The deception ends here. It all adds up.
This is where you fall. Transfixed!
Can't hide the truth. Seek within. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Monsters! At the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now? Oh no! They're coming! It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the weapons? Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? Ah! Stay back! Please!
What's that?
Reverie! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Cylindus? No, don't do it! Cylindus! Cylindus!
I told you, Reverie. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rerir. Rerir.
Thalindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster. Viewing in a nutshell. His past is... Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Never! How are you holding up?
She's fine. Boss is a...
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through...
I mostly agree. There's only so much. However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody.
Sounds to me...
That's not what...
Then try to... Now, as for you...
Cool! So...
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will... Yehoda?
Yes, boss!
That's more like it.
Forgive my curiosity, but...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is...
Is that... If something is in the in any case, there's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work. Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to—
I'm sorry, what did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look like
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique.
Has anything like this?
Only once.
Is there any similarity between what happened then?
I suppose my thoughts are a little
is there anything—
The first clause of your—
Meaning
this is not something you—
Boss, it's fine.
Oh, listen to you.
What?
Yes, really.
Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water. There's gotta be a source around here, so I suggest everyone, even though you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue, just be—
Don't I have—
If we can find us—
Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules. You have my—
No more lies.
This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead.
I wasn't expecting visitors.
Oh.
There you are. Sinue's been looking—
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change? I know I saw some Mora.
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you saw nothing.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up—
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepi?
I've written a new song.
A new song, huh?
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be
Pile of stones. Got it.
No more lies.
Yeah. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have
Spoils of war. Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. The aftermath of a sandstorm is no time to be waging war. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back. Which means—
We have a well again!
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry. It should last us for a good while.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in. You wouldn't be
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed— You know how prosperous our ancestors were. But things are looking—
So you're the—
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a partnership. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is the best thing for us, and the fastest way to progress.
So, do you get anything good out of being a special ambassador?
Of course.
the truth. It all adds up. No more lies.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid,
and that's you're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is my... I'm writing, praise the God. You told me to... urgent. This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died. What a ridiculous lie.
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide...
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this...
Please, have faith! If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance. Don't let her talent go to waste. She showed up here a few days ago and...
So, where are...
Nowhere special. Just a sand dune.
What about the...
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brother?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have...
All right, get over here. Never? You're at...
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind. Almost too sharp.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. And I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from. Because I'm different.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions. What's the other one?
I wanted to check... If someone sent me a letter to the Academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right to you.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the Academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful, and leaves the losers to suffer and die.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world...
No more lies. Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a core of... This one was never even open. Who was it? This one is addressed... in clinical... This seems like... Wait, the note says... This next one is addressed to... Grand Sage Azar? A few words of in recent, however, as well as education as Grand Sage. I do hope. And the sender. So this is where letter. Whatever. I'm not. I don't believe for 1 second. Wait. Could this be it?
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinue, chief of the Shimti tribe. I don't know. In my tribe, the Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly hard times. There was the Eob and I found a well. When we met, that aside, we have...
From the outset, the Academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. I doubt they even remember the name Sinue. And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You liar. And who fell for it? I think I'll take over.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time here.
Nefer? You packed your bags. Where are you going?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back and deal with—
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. But it doesn't matter. Oh, and what's wrong? I thought—
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it? But you said it's a rare and valuable commodity.
Yeah, about that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep it.
But Nefer—
All right.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those ruins. And as for remembering her, I'll be lucky.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. No more lies. Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made. If not, I'd be very disappointed.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration for the Iyab people. The ever-shifting—
Huh. So—
This well is the—
You're not wrong.
Of course not. Records uncovered by— I checked the map.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low, don't you think?
Don't get greedy, Iyab. We know far more than you think.
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as— I hope I am—
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia—
You see how I'm— And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway?
All right, I take— In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed.
Gladly. So let's indulge.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence—
Well, what is it?
The Unuts
I
am obliged to remind—
No! Please, that well is—
Glad to hear it.
If there is a trick.
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger. What an
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia—
The Eab are ruthless, so let me
kill them all.
Precisely. At the same time.
We have our own rule.
Right. Natural. Weren't the Eab— Let me be clear.
Say no.
Good. You see, No more lies. Can't hide the truth. Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. You're no different. You're nothing special at all. The monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary, petty human beings. What a joke. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all these people around. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you couldn't do what had to be done. So I did it for you.
Nefer, it's okay. All of—
I believe I remember you
Yeah, but—
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp— So, anyway, that feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired, huh?
Yes, if we—
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this— I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny.
You mentioned
my biggest— I didn't know you were—
I'm no expert in the history of Sumer.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's boss—
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know about—
What about him? Is he a big deal or something?
Well, he's not a— Please, this is the— Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in. With any luck, that's our exit just up ahead. No more lies. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Uh-oh. I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. Like, look at that statue, for instance. I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but I've never seen anything like it.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars. Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinst.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's...
Speaking of your chess...
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Iab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where some new information came to light. The Unut and the Iab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million Mora. The Iab ultimately won that confrontation. The final blow to the Iab, having gotten my revenge, as I stood there gazing. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of... With this chessboard, every god plays favorites.
It is the same...
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to... Thank you all for being here. As promised, the Raker of Solnari.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. No matter how much Rerir suffered he becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences. This is a threat.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever...
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lauma, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak of ancient knowledge, others of a gateway to the unknown. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before, but as...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open at my command, but...
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never mentioned, holding open a spatial gateway takes a huge amount of power. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Raher of Solnari.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the... I highly suspect that with the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And
so your theory is that Rerir was physically...
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so...
Without the power of the Abyss on his...
I could not agree more.
It is a compelling... This raises some interesting questions. That being said...
My pleasure.
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... When I think of the man I once knew as Rerir, I struggle to understand why things had to turn out like this.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but my heart goes out to you.
Mine too. We can never know all the...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today.
That's fair.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to... Hey, is this a bad time? Anyway, Nefer went back to the cure. Firstly, although she managed to trap, it's only a matter... Well, felt like some kind of...
2 days?
That remains to be seen. You have some history with him, right? Great. All right, on to item... We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's...
All right, so... Here's what we're thinking. We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse if you so choose.
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here. It's all of us against the Rayher of Solnari, or none of us stand a chance.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are...
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be like this.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, you'd better make sure you're ready. To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you really willing to take all this on?
I want to do everything within my power.
Well, that... as in... of course...
Thank you, Sir Vark.
I should be the one...
Sweet dreams!
This is a thorough plan.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rayrer and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, turns out...
As someone who's had their
Understood.
Well, everyone, that's the plan.
Plan approved. Okay!
The Frost Moon Psyop.
And the rest of you? No objections? All right.
Wait! We can still back out of this?
Everyone says things they regret, right?
A very people-first approach.
Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
This plan can only work.
We shall indeed. Also,
It's not often I get called Dory in a work so... in that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name. It's...
the walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. Ugh, I'm actually only here as a... Oh! Does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around?
It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partner, said Moms.
Okay.
It's a lucky charm that a great... finally...
You're right.
You will?
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it.
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic.
Turn that frown upside down.
Dory! How are things going? Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. Don't forget, when something's in high demand, ta-da! See? It's right here. Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it? No. Aha! Major, I passed this on to the Dendro. Anyway, took him long enough. Miraculous. So nosy. Surely. Could be. Anyway, I just replied. Fair enough. Or, either way. Huh? Paimon's just... Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with a big, beaming smile. Obviously, Mora plays a big part in that. There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor, or... Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. And more than that, no one... Oh, that? Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so don't treat me like something I'm not. My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the Lord Sangama Bay business model. All right, if you... I do say so, and... Oh, and could...
Time to relax.
Traveler, Paimon, it's good to see you.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Durin, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of the...
What? You can actually dissect the Wild Hunt?
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself. Master griped, I don't... It's perhaps the only... Oh, sorry. Back to our research findings. You could think of this, unfortunately...
Miss Columbine is... It's as if her create...
Given the circumstances, time to kick off the...
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making...
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you.
All right, then.
Hacha! Sweet dreams! Hup.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands,
My lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear, but I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to, for me, This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Biggest strengths are,
Time to relax. Oh, a little something to boost the mood.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe that's how the others addressed.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainsleif?
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
I have a different relationship with names, but it's what everyone... I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with...
You're different.
You're more perceptive. Do you ever find...
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times, I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or sentimental. Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome. I know he's your
friend. He betrayed me. And I
Okay. So, do you plan to fight? You see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened.
I need some time.
Of course. Actually.
You mean the Harbingers?
Yes. I always thought they... And even now...
Clearly, they...
I feel a little guilt. I see the guilt that you're feeling now. Because I've... Have you noticed that the...
Huh.
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on...
You will?
They needn't be.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're willing to join us.
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Merciless.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's!
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to think.
Are you nervous about the...
Quite the opposite. When I was awakened by the Radniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. My restless
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae, but it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join for...
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first. Please, I'm just doing my...
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay... Meanwhile, Aino herself...
Excellent. The
chest set's looking
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage at a moment's notice.
No sense sitting around.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as every ounce of
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Let me help you guys. Eat this!
The moonlight betrays you. Hunt them down!